Sleep to Lead, and happy Wednesday. Happy 17th day of your program. We are just cooking right through this, so I'm super excited. We're going to talk about a couple things today. We're going to continue to work on our list of 100, and then we're going to talk a little bit about getting your name out there. So let's start. Let's grab our notebooks and our pens, and remember to pause this video as you just generate this list. You might feel like you're getting to, 200, 150 people, and you might be feeling like, I'm never going to be able to reach this many people. But just remember, it's good to have this list on hand so that you can refer back to it when you're feeling like you need more orders or you're having more time. So generating the list is a good exercise to do. And so just stick with it. Keep growing that list. So break out that old address book and find names in that. And remember to pause this, okay? So you can go get that book and write down names of people you haven't thought of for a while. An optician, an optometrist, other direct sellers, someone who owns a business, pageant contestant, parents of kids' friends, part-time workers, pediatric nurse, someone who you met at a park, a party guest, someone who you met at one of your parties or a different party, a performer, a pet groomer, a pet worker, a pet walker. I was like, what's a pet worker? Someone who walks pets, a pharmacist, a photographer, someone who always is inviting you to their parties, a playgroup mom, someone who's pregnant, someone who's in the PTA, a plumber, someone who has qualities that I admire. That's our 1Q1. A radiologist, a realtor, a receptionist, a relative, a reporter, a retailer, someone who works in room service, sales clerk, school staff, server, someone who works at a service club, a sister, sister-in-law, a soccer mom, someone from your social circle, some sorority sisters, someone who works at Starbucks, a student, a stay-at-home mom, someone who's successful, swim instructor. So as we're generating this list, I wanted to add that if you are feeling like you don't know anybody who fits these descriptions, or maybe you're new in town, or whatever it might be, there are ways to plug yourself into these different groups and avenues. There's play groups or play networks in town that you could probably Google search and get in touch with someone at one of those play groups, and you could join yourself if you have kids, or you could just tell them. Sometimes they are looking for things to do, so you could say, I'd love to give a party presentation to your mom's group. I could do it on, in the morning, and the kids can be there playing, and you guys can smell some scents. Even if they don't buy anything, again, it's just developing those relationships, and it's you practicing giving a party presentation too, and meeting new people. If you, every once in a while, don't overdo it and don't spend a bunch of money, but every once in a while, go to Starbucks. Meet the people who are working there. Share your card and a sample with them. Every once in a while, take your pet to the groomer. Develop a relationship with your pet groomer. We trade our pet groomer in Scentsy a lot. So, just little things like that, I remember feeling when I first started, I felt like, I was a new mom. It was a new thing for me. I didn't have a huge social circle, and so it was kind of scary and hard to meet new people and do these things, but it's all available and out there, and putting yourself out there really works. So where she talks about direct sellers, I traded parties with people before where I did a party for them and they did a party for me. And that's a good way to meet people. So anyway, really be brainstorming, or, maybe you even have like, if you don't have someone who fits that list, maybe you can think of ways that you can find someone to fit that category on your list. And make sure you write down all those categories, and then you could leave it open so you would know who you're trying to fill. Oh, today I'm trying to meet somebody at the park, and then, so anyway, I'm sore. So that's just a little plug on filling up your list and some ways to do that. If you want any more ideas or want to talk about it, you're always welcome to reach out to me. I'd be happy to chat with you about it as well. But another thing that Mary Christensen talks in her book about is making our customers feel good about their orders, whether it's a $50 order or a $5 light bulb order. Well, that'd be 3-pack of light bulb order. And this book is really great if you can all invest in it. It's a really good one because it's basically for people who have never done direct sales before, and it will really help you to give you some ideas and kind of fire you up about it. But she talks about how we want to make our customers feel special, and it's so true because making them feel special generates more business and repeat business and referrals and things like that. So she talks about in her book that to show an interest in every single order with the guests and make them feel good about it. So even if it's not a guest, if it's a random order, saying something like, oh, that warmer is going to look so good in your house, or asking them what warmer or what room are you going to put that warmer in, and showing an interest in their order. Oh, I love how you picked out Luna. That's one of my very favorite scents. I'd love to give you a sample of in our laundry line, something like that. Showing an interest and making them feel special and feel good about their purchase. That's really offering really good customer service. So what I want to challenge you guys to do is put your website on everything. Put your contact information on everything. So a lot of times this doesn't have to cost anything. You can buy labels and do Avery labels, 5160, and you can go to avery.com and they have a template on there and you can put in your information. I'll show you mine. Let's see if I have. This is a really affordable way to make labels. You can order them from Scentsy too, or you probably got some in your starter kit and you can use those, but these are my labels. And it just says running out or running low, let me know, call, email, text, name, phone number, website, and email address. And I just print these out. So it comes in a whole sheet. Obviously, I only have 2 left on this one. But so that's a way to put your information on everything. If that's too much of an expense, you can write your information on everything. When you post something on Facebook, you can attach your website or your contact information. You can make pictures using WordSwag or PicMonkey. I don't know too much about PicMonkey, but WordSwag is like $5 to download the app, but you can write over any picture. So if you have a picture, you can put your website on it. And it's totally worth it. So the reason being is that there's a quote from business.com that says, the more someone hears or sees your website, the more they will remember it. So it's not necessarily that they're going to see it and go to it right then and order from you. It's creating that brand and advertising and marketing your brand so that it sticks with them, whether they realize it or not. You can put it on your email signature, set up a little email signature, so every time you send an email, your name and website is on it. That's just going to make it that much easier for people to recall when they are ready to order. And that's good marketing. That's why people put billboards up and spend hundreds of dollars on billboards. When you drive down the road, you're not usually like, oh yeah, you see a giant billboard and like call right there, but it's sticking in your head so that later when you need that service, it's like, oh yeah, I saw that billboard. That's who I'm going to call. So that's kind of what you're going to work on doing this week, is really getting your website on everything, getting your brand on everything, you know, and just really developing that with your customers so that when they are ready to order, they think of you first, because you want them to come to you. You don't want them to go, oh, Scentsy, and type it in locator and try to find a consultant. You want them to go, I know she sells Scentsy. This is her website. I'm going to talk to her about it. So the more readily you make that available for people, the better it's going to be for your business. So that is your challenge. You can post in the comments how that's going, and keep working on your list of 100. Keep sharing those basket parties and orders and things like that to make this your best January ever.